This week we're finishing the book of Genesis. The parsha we read is called Parshat Vayechi, and we read in it about the death of Jacob, our forefather. The Medrash teaches us that Jacob asked for sickness. He asked to have a deathbed experience so that he could say the things he wants to say. He could leave his legacy. He could say to his children, "This is what I want you to know." And he wants to bless them. So his children gather around his deathbed. Joseph comes, and Joseph brings his two children, Ephraim and Manasseh. Jacob says to Joseph, "Who are these children?" So he knows who they are, but what he is asking is, did Ephraim and Manasseh, who grew up in the land of Egypt, who were surrounded by idolatry and surrounded by negative influences, were they able to hold strong to who they are as Bnei Israel, have a Jewish identity, be strong in that identity, and to know who they are, even when the outside world was against them? Joseph says, yes, they were able to do that. So Jacob blesses them. It is the first time we read in the Torah of a grandparent blessing a grandchild. In fact, he elevates them to the status of his own children. And he blesses them that they should be protected from evil, that they should be guarded for all generations from evil. It's so apropos to today. And traditionally we bless our children, our boy children on Friday night, that they should be like Ephraim and Manasseh, that they should be protected from the evil that's in the world. So that's very appropriate for us today, that we should be protected from evil. He also goes on to say to these children that they should be like fish on the land. Fish who are notoriously under the water, that proliferate under the water and are comfortable in the water. But when they're on the land, they have to bring the water with them. They have to surround themselves so they can exist on the land. So when we are outside of our comfort zone, when we're in a world that is against us, and a world that vilifies us, and a world that sees us with the broad brush, that we are the oppressors, that we are negative forces in the world, that we have to hold strong to who we are. Like Ephraim and Manasseh in the land of Egypt, they were able to stay strong in their Jewish identity, who they were as Jews and what they believed in. And so too, we have to do that. The other reason why we bless our children to be like Ephraim and Manasseh is because Ephraim and Manasseh were children with siblings who had no jealousy and no hatred towards each other and no competition. They were in a loving, unified relationship with each other. And so too, we bless our children that we should be like those children. We should be united. We should be loving. We should not be jealous and competitive with each other. And so when we take these two lessons together and we bless each other, that we should be like Ephraim and Manasseh, so there's no strife, there's unity, so that we are protected from evil, so that we are like fish on the land. So we surround ourselves with what we breathe, which is the Torah values, which is love and compassion, that's what we breathe, that's what sustains us, that what keeps us alive, that we hold true to that. We can be like Ephraim and Manasseh, who have not lost touch with our Jewish identity.